It has been 8 months since the surviving yellow Rebacos, formerly known as Gormax, fled to the planet Mars after their civilization on their home world, Rebacan, was destroyed in a nuclear war. Or 10,001 years, depending on how you count time. Now the Rebaca refugees are preparing to take back Rebacan. So a summit meeting is held on Mars colony in the year 2080 to discuss plans for the return to Rebacan. The attendees include Debbie Smith, President of the United States, President Aklas of the Sabari Planetary Federation, and Dr. Doric, the elected leader and spokesperson for the Rebaca refugees on Mars.
This summit meeting of the Americans, Sabari, and Rebacos will now come to order. Dr. Doric, do you wish to make some opening remarks?
Yes. First, I am grateful to the humans for rescuing us yellow Rebacos from our home planet of Rebacan before we could be wiped out by our enemies, the orange Rebacos, also called Ronstars, in a nuclear war. And we are also thankful to the Sabari for wiping out the descendants of the Ronstars and their Rebaco Empire, thus enabling us to return to the planet that is rightfully ours. And also, we Sabari prevented an interstellar war that could have killed billions of people and caused massive destruction on both the Sabari homeworld and on Earth. I dispatched a task force to Rebacan 6 months ago and they confirmed our worst fears. The Rebaco Empire was indeed planning a war to expand their territories by taking over ours. They would have exterminated most of us and enslaved the survivors. That's what they did to another race, the Corlans, living on a planet about 57 light-years from Rebacan. That same task force has built a base of operations on Rebacan at a site considered ideal for the establishment of a new settlement. So you Rebacos won't be alone. Our two races will share the planet and assist each other in repopulating Rebacan. We Sabari will guarantee your independence and safety. Very well. Let us prepare for the return to Rebacan.
The USS Mayflower, the same ship that brought you here to Mars, is ready to take you back to Rebacan. I will give Captain Anthro command of the vessel for the trip, though most of its crew will be human.
Welcome aboard, Captain. As for now, I and the other officers of the Mayflower are yours to command.
Good. Once all the Rebaca refugees are on board, we will set course for Rebacan. According to the Sabari, the planet Rebacan is completely depopulated, and its cities are filled with billions of unburied and skeletonized corpses. Otherwise, the planet is completely suitable for you to live on. And you are sure we won't be struck down by the anti-Rebaca virus the Sabari made?
Yes. Repeated testing has confirmed the virus will not harm us, thanks to the vaccine the humans made for it.
Very well. The other refugees are coming aboard now. We will launch tomorrow. Captain, we are ready to launch at your command. The command is given. Proceed now.
James and Jennifer Smith have decided to take the USS Sandy Smith on a time travel mission to attempt to locate Jennifer's brother Mac and his mate Ina in the Stone Age.
So our plan is to go back in time about 100,000 years and to northern Italy, just as we did decades ago.
Exactly. We will go to the cave Grolic and Pelabong lived at to see who lives there decades later. By then, Mac and Anna may have several children.
It would be wonderful to meet my Stone Age nieces and nephews.
Penny, are you ready?
Yes. The twins and Sandy Maria are on board and settled in.
And so the family members and the robot take their positions.
Rob, are we ready to go?
All systems are activated and functioning normally.
There is no need to waste fuel launching off Earth's surface. We will just use the time and space warp travel device. I have calculated the coordinates for the time jump and we can proceed at your command, Father James.
The command is given. Make the time jump now.
And we begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engaging.
Wah! The USS Mayflower has launched from Mars with a mostly human crew of about 100, commanded by Captain Anthro, himself a yellow Rebaco. The ship has passengers of about 350 people, mostly yellow Rebacos, including Dr. Doric, the Rebaco leader.
Captain, I have plotted a course to the Rebacan system. The time and space warp device is fully charged. I'm awaiting your command.
The command is given. Proceed.
And we begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engaging.
Wah! We are approaching the planet Rebacan. All seems normal.
Good. Garma, open a channel to the Sabari base on Rebacan.
Yes, sir. Activating hailing system. This is the USS Mayflower, calling the Sabari base on Rebacan. Please respond. Over. This is Colonel Crick, commander of the Sabari base of Rebacan. We are located near what used to be the capital city of the Rebaco Empire. It is completely deserted, of course. We will send a beacon to guide your ship to our location. Stand by.
And so the Mayflower approaches Rebacan. Colonel Crick is teleported aboard to tell of what conditions are like on the planet below.
We Sabari didn't have to construct anything when we arrived. We simply took over an old Rebaco Empire base. It is right next to the capital city, which you and the other Rebacos may take over. We have spent most of our time here gathering thousands of Rebaco corpses and burying them in mass graves. Even I was shocked at how powerful the anti-Rebaco virus was. I thought it would merely decimate the population, not wipe out the race completely.
That is clearly a consequence of the orange Rebacos relying too much on cloning themselves, thus allowing no genetic variation. And that is why we will never use cloning to reproduce ourselves. Even if it takes another 10,000 years, we will repopulate Rebacan naturally. Anthro, prepare to land the ship so we can disembark and then take over the former capital city.
Of course. We have landed on the surface, Captain. Good. Colonel Click has given us a map of the capital city, so let's go.
So this is what we will have to live in. It is nothing like the Gormuk cities we came from.
It is still our home world, and we will adapt to this life.
Since we Sabari are responsible for the destruction of the civilization that was here, it is only fitting we do all we can to assist you now.
So be it. Commander Farnan, I am resigning my commission in the Earth Space Force, and you are now in command of the Mayflower. You and the other humans will return to Earth and report to your leaders. That is my final command to you.
Yes, Anthro. We will go at once.
Richard and I wish you Rebacos the best of luck.
And as the Mayflower prepares to launch again, Dr. Doric calls for a gathering of the Rebaca refugees to make an announcement. Listen, my people. As your elected leader, I now officially declare our independence from the United States of America and the planet Earth. We will now begin the long and slow process of rebuilding a Rebaco civilization here. The Orange Rebacos thought they had won, with us gone forever. But thanks to the humans and the Sabari, we, the former Gormaks, have prevailed. Everything the descendants of the Ronstars had is now ours. And now the story is complete. Wah! And after nearly a day of travel,
Sensors indicate we have arrived at the right time and location, 100,000 years ago in northern Italy, just as we planned.
all right, assuming we are on the surface, open the hatch and we will proceed to Glalik and Pelabong's cave. Penny and the kids will stay on board until we are sure conditions are safe for them. Several hours later, James and Jennifer reach the cave, where they find. What are you strangers doing here? This is my cave and I won't give it up without a fight.
Relax, we do not want your cave. But we know it was owned by Grolic and Pelabong, who were friends of mine. Do you know them?
Know them? They were my grandparents. I inherited this cave after they both died. I am Ricardo, son of Mukalam, my father being chieftain of the first cave dweller empire.
My brother rules an empire now? I am Jennifer, formerly known as Jen, daughter of Grolic. I am looking for my brother Mac to reconnect with him. So where is he?
If you mean Chieftain McColam, he lives with over 100 others in a village to the south. Let me consult with my mate, and then I will lead you to the village. But if you are McColam's sister and thus my aunt, why have I never heard of you before?
Your father and I knew each other long before you were born, and we went off to live completely different lives. But I miss him. I just wanted to find out how he and his mate Anna have been doing since we saw them last.
Later, Ricardo leads James, Jennifer, and the other family members from the USS Sandy Smith to McColam's village. Jen, is that really you?
Yes. I came back here one last time to find out about you and Anna. How wonderful that you have built this village. You know the ones, James and Penny, who were our parents in the 21st century, of course. But I also have twin daughters, who I named Pelly and Florence. Named after our mother Pellebong and our sister Flo, naturally. And this is Sandy Sims Hudson, named after Sandy Smith, her great-grandmother, who we met when she was a teen in the year 1990, if you remember.
Thus, even while we were apart, our family ties remained strong. Anna, come meet Jen again.
You two look so much older than I remembered. It's been less than 20 years since we saw each other last. From my and Mac's point of view, it has been about 50 years. Your parents both passed away many years ago, but they left behind this proud legacy Mac and I share.
Pelly and Florence, I am your Uncle Mac. And these are your 6 cousins who live in this time. I am James, the eldest.
I am Elsa, the oldest living daughter. I am blind, but I was trained to be a fire keeper for the village.
I am Ricardo, the second son.
We are Debbie and Carrie, twins just as you two are. Except we look exactly the same. And I am Jenny, the youngest and prettiest daughter of McColam. We are happy to meet all of you. It's amazing how we can be so different from each other, yet we are still family.
So you named several of your children after me, my sister and her wife? I am honored.
I never thought I'd see you and the others of the 21st century again, but I wanted to remember you.
Just like my father Richard wanted to remember Sandy Smith, his own grandmother. We are all connected.
Suddenly, the family gathering is interrupted by the arrival of a hunter.
Chieftain McColam, I apologize for doing this, but I must report that a hunting party I was a member of was attacked and 2 of our hunters were killed in the fight. The attackers were the Greenmars, our enemies to the west.
Those Greenmars have been trying to take over our hunting and gathering territories for several months. Now they are killing us. We must prepare for war with them. Spread the word so we can plan attacks of our own to destroy them. McColam calls for a meeting to discuss plans to do battle with the Greenmars, enemies that are a threat to the first Cave Dweller Empire. But before the meeting is to begin, Jen talks to Mac privately in his hut.
Mac, I do appreciate this society that our parents, along with you and Anna, built. But even you should realize that it won't last. This empire of yours has the seeds of modern civilization, yet we know that civilization never actually developed on Earth until less than 10,000 years ago, not 100,000 years ago. So for history to turn out as we remember, your empire must fall eventually.
So you are saying all this effort I made is for nothing? Of course, I do remember reading about empires in history, like that of the Romans, rising and then falling over time. I can understand that my own empire is no different. I've got it. I can resign as chieftain and appoint my son James as my successor, and then Anna and I can leave with you in the USS Sandy Smith. Anna and I have done enough by having several children who will live on after us and produce descendants to continue our legacy in some way. So we can return to the 21st century and live our last years there. Anna, what do you think?
I agree. I am also ready to go back and enjoy a proper retirement in my original native time. But if we go, we should take our daughter Elsa with us. Her being blind means that if the Greenmars do conquer our village later, they will surely kill her, considering her useless even as a slave. Sure, we can take her too, and then fit her with a visor device later to give her vision.
Mac then summons his eldest son to talk about the succession issue. Note, for the rest of this episode, he will be referred to as James Jr. James, I have decided to step down as chieftain, and my last command is that you take my place. Then I want you to lead our forces against the Greenmars to stop them from killing our people and taking over our territory. Yes, Papa, but there is a problem. Remember last year, when Kulak tried to overthrow you and you killed him? What is to stop his son Sam from challenging me in turn? If he refuses to follow me, our tribe may not be able to unite against the Greenmars. Sam may even betray us outright. James Jr. is referring to what happened in the Grolic and Pelabong series finale. Makalam's rule is threatened, a link to which is in the description below. Then you must prove yourself worthy to lead this empire, and the surest way to do that is to openly and directly challenge Sam to a fight to the death.
Mac, are you sure about that? What if Sam wins and kills James instead?
I have faith in our son. Sam may be bigger and stronger, but James is older and smarter. He will use his greater experience and intelligence to prove to the others in our tribe why I chose him to lead after me. I will do as you command, Papi Makalam. Sam will at last get the punishment the traitor deserves. And so early the next morning.
James, why have you brought me to this peak?
Isn't it obvious? This is the same peak that your father died at when he dared to rebel against my father. So now, I intend to kill you, unless you want to save yourself by fighting with me in a duel to the death. If you somehow win, you may become chieftain. If not, I get rid of a rival that is a threat to me. So what will you do?
Fool. You will regret this. Let us fight.
And so the two begin to struggle as the others in the tribe watch. Sam finally pulls out his knife to try to stab James Jr., who ducks the attack and then trips Sam, causing him to lose balance and fall over. James Jr. then jumps on top of Sam, threatening him with a knife of his own in turn. Sam is trapped and can no longer fight. Any last words, cousin? Please, give me mercy, like your father did. I am not my father, Sam. But as he planned, I will be chieftain. Now die. And so James Jr. slashes Sam's throat, causing him to bleed to death, even as his mother Florissa watches in horror.
Oh no. My son.
But even as Florissa mourns for Sam, others in the tribe are impressed. All hail James, our next chieftain.
James will lead us to victory over the evil Grimoires.
James proved himself worthy as a warrior. Florissa, you may take Sam's body and perform a death ritual for him. That is your right as his mother.
Thank you, Makalam.
Hear me, people of the first Cave Dweller Empire. I am now chieftain. Let us consult together on a plan to take on the Greenmars and drive them out of our territory. James Jr. now starts preparing for an attack on the Greenmars. Meanwhile, James Smith Bentley prepares to take Mac, Anna, and their daughter Elsa to the USS Sandy Smith.
Elsa, we will be taking you to a different land where you will have a better life. You may even get your vision back later. Are you sure, Mother? It would be wonderful to see again, of course. But I will miss my brothers and sisters, though. Yes, but sometimes sacrifices must be made for a greater good. Your father and I made the decision long ago to come here to live with your grandparents, Grolic and Pelabong. If we had not, you wouldn't be here now.
Come, let us all get on board.
Isn't this amazing? This entire room on the ship is dedicated to the life and times of Sandy Smith, the ship's namesake. Look at all these pictures and descriptions of events in her life and her achievements. She was truly an extraordinary woman. I wish I could have met her.
Hey, I was named after Sandy Smith too. And she was my great-grandmother.
Debbie and I were indeed blessed to have her as our mother. But now some of us need to go to the bridge and prepare for the warp jump to take us back to the 21st century. Jennifer, report.
The time and space warp device is fully charged and the coordinates for the time jump are now entered. We can proceed at your command.
The command is given. Take us home.
And we begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engaging.
Epilogue. After the USS Sandy Smith left, James Jr. and his warriors went to war against the Greymars. But James made the mistake of personally leading his troops instead of being content to stay back and direct operations from the rear. As a result, he was killed in battle within a week, and the loss of his leadership enabled the Greymars to conquer and destroy the village the first Cave Dweller Empire was based on. Many of the people of the empire survived, but they were also scattered and reverted back to a primitive existence of merely living in caves as small family groups. The memory of the first Cave Dweller Empire soon faded away, just as Jennifer had predicted. Wah! The USS Sandy Smith finally drops out of time warp and is now orbiting Earth.
Jen, prepare to land at the Houston airport.
Master, wait. We cannot land yet.
And why not?
Computer analysis of the radio and television broadcasts from Earth indicate that we are not in the year 2080. We are instead in the year 2026.
What? But I entered the coordinates for us to arrive at our native time. Maybe I made a mistake?
We will find out soon enough. Here is the problem. The focusing lens at the center of the time and space warp device is warped slightly out of shape. That makes accurate navigation impossible. I remember the very first time we used this device and it got burned out, completely melting the lens. We had to replace it and then install a radiator to return to the 21st century.
The recent warping of the lens would also explain why Mac and Anna seem to have aged more than 50 years as compared to our less than 20. Can you replace the lens again?
Yes. I will also inspect the radiator. It may be running low on water, causing the time travel device to start overheating again.
And while you are doing that, I can teleport down to the town in Texas and visit your mother, who is its mayor now, right? She no doubt has been wondering what happened to me and Mac since we left her in 1990. I want her to know how well I turned out.
All right, just be careful what you say to her. You must not reveal to her anything about her future.
Of course.
Jennifer then gets Sandy Sims Hudson, and together they teleport to the town and head to its city hall.
You remember my instructions, Sandy? Yes, Aunt Jennifer. And I will follow them exactly, of course. Oh, this is so awesome. Robot, answer the door.
As you command.
Jen. Is that you? Yes. So you remember me? I, of course, remember you too. And who is this girl? I am Jen's daughter. My name is Sandy too. She gave me that name to honor you. Another Sandy. I am so happy to have seen both of you. Will you be staying long? No, we have business elsewhere, but we just stopped by to say hello. You have done quite well for yourself, obviously. Even as a teen, you had incredible potential. Yes. I established a successful law practice, I had 2 children, Debbie and James, and I was a co-founder of the Tuscany Tavern, this town's most popular restaurant. And I even became the town's mayor. How about we go eat at that restaurant? Are you too hungry? No, we have to be on our way. Thank you, anyway.
Jennifer and the younger Sandy then return to the USS Sandy Smith.
The time travel device has been repaired. And just as I suspected, the device was overheating again, so I had to refill the radiator with water, because so much had boiled off. So did you enjoy the visit?
Yes, of course. But did you know I'd be going down there beforehand? I saw the same robot down there that is up here.
Yes, I knew. The robot did mention seeing you before in 2026 after you first came on board when you were a teen. And I gave the robot strict orders not to mention that to you or anyone else.
At least I got to meet my great-grandmother for a few minutes. What an awesome lady. I am happy to be part of her legacy.
Robot, are you ready?
Yes, Master. The coordinates to take us to the year 2080 are entered. And verified. The time travel device is fully charged.
Then begin the time jump.
We begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engaging.
Wah! And, of course, they made it back to their native time at last.